When I split the big cookies the other day down to chunks like this, some of you knew what I was up to. Many of you did not. I kind of explained in that video what I would be doing with these chunks, but let me show you again and then I will go over why I didn't do what some of you said that I should have done. So here once again are some of the big chunks, or I don't even know what you call these things. They're not really slabs, they're just long rectangular pieces of wood. And the reason I split these down and the reason I used the splitter was I wanted to get them all to be about a certain size, less than 8 inches. And the reason for that is because with the Firewood Kindlet 200, the height that you can feed in is 8 inches. So if you are under 8 inches, everything will fit in there. And what I did was create these long chunks. Right here, there's just 2 of them. So with 2 pieces, I filled up the entire infeed. So now I can just let this run and then add additional big chunks. This is designed for like small diameter rounds. But why put in a whole bunch of rounds if I have a great big round and I can split it like this? So that is what I was doing. I have a bunch of these now staged and ready to go. I want to run through these and see how the Kindlet 200 is going to split a big, long piece of wood. Why did I use the splitter? Many of you said, oh, I would have just broke those apart with an axe. Again, I wanted to be accurate with the size. I wanted to get things as close to the 8-inch size as I could. And swinging an axe, sometimes you're not as accurate getting, making your hits, making your cuts. And the other thing is, the splitter is there. Like, it's just sitting there. Why not use it? The other thing is that I just like trying things different. I think that if you always do the same thing the same way over and over and over again and never look for ways to possibly experiment and maybe change things up, you'll never find out, you'll never learn, you'll never grow, you'll never get that experience. I have a lot of rounds and I have a lot of trees that need to come down that are bigger in diameter than 8 inches. So if this works, I could potentially take some of the 20, 24-inch chunks of wood, split them down like this, and have a more efficient run of mini firewood through the Kindlet. Working very nice. I mean, this stuff with these long pieces, I think it's keeping the pieces from just falling off and getting twisted like it does on the smaller rounds, but it's just like stacked up in there, just perfect. And the mini firewood it's making is beautiful. These are just some perfect chunks of mini firewood. Well, I think I will go ahead and mark that down as a success. That worked very nice. Those things were going through fabulous. And I thought I could keep up, but I couldn't. So it was, once again, it's just amazing that how fast and how productive a machine like this is. Now, I was taking time to kind of separate out on the outfeed side, and I'll show you here. What I have done, what I started doing is, like, I started separating out the smaller pieces like this, and what I do is on each box of mini firewood that I ship out, I put smaller pieces like this on the very top to kind of fill in the last little gaps that there is, and this gives you some nice kindling to start your tabletop fire pit with. So I do have a use for these smaller shavings and these smaller pieces of kindling that come out. But take a look at this. That right there is what 135 gallons of mini firewood looks like. 27-gallon totes, 5 of them. I think that comes out to 135. Maybe not, but whatever. 5 27-gallon totes of mini firewood. So there you go. There is the output from today. Today's little run with all of the chunks that were in the trailer. So that is going to do it. I'm going to take those 5 totes and store them in the greenhouse. And I think, like I mentioned before, I will mark this down as a success. And if I get some big rounds that I want to make mini firewood out of, I am going to split them just like I did. The big, long, narrow pieces, rectangles. They're not really cubes, I guess. Rectangular chunks. I don't know. I'll have to come up with a name for what to call those big elongated pieces from larger rounds, but they sure did make a lot of mini firewood. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night.